Alright, ladies. I'll stay out of the line of fire. Hello, and after he came all the way back home too. It's such a long time since we've seen each other. I'd really like to sit him down for a talk. Great to ask. And we'll shop eventually. Bum-bum. Okay. What a surprise it is to have a physician visiting from Asteria of all places. With nothing so impressive, I only hope I can be of some small use to you. Well, we're more than happy to have you, Dr. Flair. Why don't I go ahead and explain what the job entails? Accept any and all here at the clinic, and that doesn't just apply to patients. Hoping to learn much from your experience. Pleased that they were so quick to accept me. This will be a good opportunity. I plan to learn everything this harbor town has to teach about medical care. We're so short-handed. Alright. Doctor's office. Yo, Genju! Aiza's doing well. How's you doing? Gonna have to gather intel without drawing any undue attention, though. Getting this at the moment. Yeah. Glad my stream was late. I'm sorry that happens to you. I'm glad to hear you're good, Genju. What an exhausting voyage. I should have taken a nicer ship. Was more pressing concern. Yeah, our captain shouldn't have been a douche. He owed taxes. He didn't follow through on it. Thank you, Genju. And especially on a topic that I said I don't feel it's my place to comment on. It's so much fun. Adol talked twice. And now he doesn't talk. And it freaked me out. He's not supposed to talk. Not at all. We'll leave the transporting the goods in capable hands. Take care out there. I hear there are supposed to be some rough waves on the way to Rome today. Have to say though, kid, you sure are growing up fast. Your dad must be real proud of you. I'm just trying to do what's expected of me as the company's next in line. Oh, you must be the kid that parent was talking about you earlier. It really is a fine ship you have there, though. Do you mind if I take a look at it before you leave port? Oh, so long as you don't fall into the ocean like you... Poor kid, poor kid. Oh, check out the ship fall into the ocean. Adol can't swim. The game that takes place after this Adol can swim. Salsetta. Yo, Dogi, you find a job? This is some pretty heavy lifting. Hey, Adol, find yourself a job yet? I'll enjoy the unemployed life for a bit. Everybody has rules. My personal rules are for my personal stream. I'm usually pretty open about questions, but if I ask for the if I mention the content is not appropriate for what's going on, and then please desist in posting it. And yeah, all streamers have rules. Like, I do not like spoilers. Do not tell me what's going on in the game. No backseat driving. Suggestions are fine, but if you try to say, hey, that game was easier for me, all you have to do is do just like me, I'm gonna get upset. I'm a different person with a different play style. You don't waste any time, do you, doggy? Yeah. VTubers and non-VTubers. Yeah, I can't say the flesh streamers, just sounds so weird to me. Had that conversation on Threads. Every time I see flesh streamers, I think of adult entertainment. Oh. It's so weird. Yeah, it's awkward. It is so awkward. I just view me as a streamer who uses a VTube avatar. Oh, now that whole thing is in my head now. Trying to read Dogi. Okay, have to say though, getting caught up in a pirate raid right after we set off is some real rotten luck. Oh, that's right, Doki, you haven't been around that long. This is pretty early on in Adol's adventures and your first time running around with him. You're gonna get used to it, man. Start now. Realize that the rotten luck is not rotten luck. It is Adol. Which reminds me, didn't you say you washed up in Asteria after a shipwreck? Yeah. Though I haven't played game 1 and 2. I've played the one that takes place after this, Sosetta. They haven't met yet. They have. So, I believe Dogi and Adol meet somewhere around East 1 and 2. East Origin, of course, does not have Adol in it. And this takes place before Sosetta, which is the 3rd game in the series. So Adol is 17. He's pretty young, he's pretty fresh into all of this, and Dogi is brand new, sticking around. But they couldn't do a game without him because Dogi is so popular. But truthfully, when you get to the Sosetta game, Dogi isn't in it. I think Dogi is here becoming a sailor, and that's kind of where he goes off. He goes off to be a sailor and then gets a ship and all of that. And it's been mentioned. And this is probably where he gets that. That's the fun part with these games being not in chronological order. Alt-C4's command post. You've come at a busy time. Our princess and the others are cleaning up after that incident. Oh, you mean the beheading of the captain. Got it, man. Got it. You are forgiven. Just please don't do it again. Or if you want to ask a question that's off topic, ask if you can ask a question off topic before going into the long speech of it. Thank you. Because there are some topics that I would say no to just because I do have anxiety. And I really don't want to have a stress-induced anxiety issue on stream again. Because they suck. And then it takes me all weekend to recover. Alright, you got a necklace. I wonder when your father will get home. Never! Hopefully the father is not the captain of that ship. LaSalle. Okay, I don't want to go in there yet. There's still people with blue dots. Looking for pretty shells. You want to help me, mister? I want a pretty shell. In remembrance of the days of Adol being able to swim when he reaches Salsetta. I wonder if this is the game that he learns how to swim, and that's why he can swim in Salsetta. Well, no. I don't think so. Because he always gets amnesia, and he always forgets all of his skills. Here's that special shell. I'm going to end up having to pick that up eventually. So it was in the opening. It was in all the credits. It's gotta be important to the story. Okay. How's my map uncovering doing? Oh, here's what. Oh, land discovery rate. Oh. Okay, okay. So it's not uncover the map percentages. It's gonna be how many islands do we find? Ooh, this is gonna be so much fun. I can't wait to pirate my ship. Pilot,
let's not go
pirate.
this way.
Okay. I prefer pirates over ninjas. There we go. Just saying it as it is. Which version to get? A lot of cosmetics, which I'm not too worried about. I got the big one because it's not just cosmetics for you. It's all of this stuff, which of course is a good starter for your curative items. Breathing underwater. Interesting. Breath water, okay. So it usually gives you a good boost on items. Ooh, buggy. And if you don't plan to use them, you can sell them. I usually hold on to them. Well, this one's only going to have 2 characters, which will make it easier. But normally I hold on to them and either sell them for the extra moolah that I need, or use them on a secondary character that I don't want to play as, but I need to level up. And then, of course, your permanent stat boost elixirs, your food, and then it comes with ship cosmetics and shipbuilding materials for later. Of course, accessories that you don't get off the bat, cosmetics for the 2 characters, all kinds of accessories for the 2 characters, mana seeds, which I guess will come in later. Yeah, these are all in the big pack. I got the Ultra Deluxe. So it comes with my fishing bait, crafting, a nice starter on crafting materials, which usually come in handy. So yeah, Mana Wielder starter set, the costume pack, Sandra's is the ship, So this is where the outfits, the ship decorations, attachment pack. The starter pack is usually where the food and stuff comes from, and the advanced pack would have been all of the these things, because they advance your levels. So from right here, experience points to all levels. So you can get 7 free levels plus 11,000 experience points, and permanent strength, breaking, defense, vitality, and luck. That's the advancement pack. Starter pack would be the heals and the antidotes and the food, probably. Wow, a lot came out of them. And the outfits are pretty cool. Let's see. No, not save. Equipment. So you get 2 outfits per character. And his starter look. I like his swimsuit look. Called the back of the thighs. And hair color. If you liked 9, where he had blue hair. That's a fun color. I like the fire look. And of course, the penguin is part of the accessories pack. Alright. Karnak Local Militia Headquarters. Because why not join the local military? There's a flyer posted on the bulletin board. A career calling all youths. A career in the Karnak Militia awaits you. Rates start at 600 gold per day, dependent on experience. Not a very generous salary. Now what?
Oh, you got a job for us?
What?
Huh?
I scarf, young man.
Wait a second. Don't tell me. You're here to sign up for the militia, right?
He's got a gung-ho attitude.
Never seen you around before, but I think we're about the same age.
You're 17 too? Cool.
The name's Gren. How about you? Adol, huh? Man, oh man, you've just gotta enlist! We could really use a guy like you.
All you know is my name, sir.
Wait, what's with the long face?
Your pay is crap.
Ugh. Is that a deal breaker?
I mean, 600 is better than none.
It did used to be slightly better for what it's worth.
Alright, so where'd the money go?
But the mayor slashed our budget in order to keep the militia from being overfunded.
Okay.
When the
Overfunded
Balta
militia.
Sea Force says jump, he asks, how high? It's pathetic enough to drive you to tears.
Okay, so the norms don't want to be overpowered by a militia of young people. I'll join anyways, yo.
You mean it?
Yeah, 600 is better than the none I've got in my pocket.
I knew I liked you for a reason.
And you've such a perky attitude.
The only problem is, our commander and the others are out at the moment. They should be here tomorrow, though, so feel free to swing by again around noon.
Okay, noon tomorrow.
Call it a hunch,
I got a job.
but I've got a feeling you and I are gonna be fast friends. Calling all youths! A career in the Karnak militia awaits you!
I'm having flashbacks to what's that movie? Stormship Troopers, where they recruit all the young, send them to a planet to get eaten by bugs.
Seek me.
There's a strange woman's voice again.
This way. Seek me. Right here. Find me.
Okay, little shell, okay. Knew I'd have to pick you up eventually. Lilla. That's a pretty name. Your name is Lilla. White conch adorned with ornate patterns. Nothing else about it seems to be particularly unusual. However, it's now growling at me? Oh. That puppy dog's growling at me. Trying to eat my penguin puppy dog. Wolf from just now lies still defeated. It attacked out of nowhere, so it had to be taken down. But what was it doing wandering in town to begin with? I don't think it's dead. And it has Godzilla's healing. Great. Got it. Unbelievable as it is, the wolf's wound seemed to be closing up in no time flat.
Swordsman. Can you hear me?
Yes? Girl's voice emanates from the shell picked up earlier.
Bestow you mana. Enough power. Defeat.
Now use skills. Alright, hold R1 and press circle, X, triangle, or square to perform skills at the cost of skill points. Consume skill points will recover over time. Select skill from the main menu to assign your preferred skills to the 4 allotted buttons. Okay, raid slash. We're just gonna make them all raid slash. It's the only one I've got.
There! Gotcha!
Yeah,
I'm
who are you?
sorry. I don't any details. My name, Leela.
Leela. Okay.
Who are you?
I'm Adol.
Adol. Search Island. Come find help.
Yeah, what island? Where?
Go.
In the goal. Okay. Poor Lila. She needs a nap. Adol attempted to call to her through the shell several times after, but received no response, and probably got some really funny looks from anybody near the beach. With the sun beginning to set, he decided to return to the inn and confer with Doggy and Dr. Flare.
So the shell spoke to you. How very curious. As for this mana you mentioned, can we assume it's some form of magic?
So I think
Well,
it's
of
too
course it
early to
is.
judge it.
You only just got it a little while ago. That wolf you fought that just wouldn't die has me hung up too.
Yeah, that's a smart thing to be hung up on.
I talked up a storm with the guys down at the docks, but none of them mentioned anything close to that.
It may well be that something is actively unfolding as we speak.
The Balta Sea Force, Mana, an undead wolf, and a girl named Leela.
All sounds like the beginning of an Adol Christensen story.
Doesn't seem to tie in with that Sea King's throne we heard about earlier either. It's just mystery after mystery around here.
Guy cheering the... Oh, there's somebody else back there. Like, why is that guy cheering to the wall?
You know what that means.
Adventure!
Here I always thought adventure was something you had to seek out.
Yeah, you haven't been around Adol
But
that
whenever
much.
you're around,
Yeah.
Adol, it seems to find us instead.
Yep.
Nothing like a little intrigue to spice up a trip. Finding that girl's gonna be a tall order, though. This Gulf's got more islands than you can shake a stick at.
The first step is to gather information. You'll also be in need of a ship.
Yes. I need a ship so I can go sailing.
I'll put my new job down at the harbor to use and poke around for some intel.
As for myself, the Azrat Clinic has hired me on as a temporary physician.
Good job,
I'll
yo.
see if I can't find someone in town who's willing to lend us a hand.
Sounds like a plan. Let's kick things off first thing tomorrow morning, Adol.
Two moons. Karnak, Day 2. At breakfast, Dogi and Dr. Flare headed out for their respective workplaces. In the meanwhile, Adol decided to wander the village some more until it was time to meet up with the local militia. Really have nothing to say. Adventure journal. Ruffian. Barrels. Raiding ships and burning down villages for a long time now. Some say that the Baltic Sea Force is better than the rest. In any case, you can't trust them. I wish they'd hurry and clear off already. You'll be sad when they're gone. Over yesterday, you have a room here at the inn, correct? Yes, I do. How has your stay been? Comfortable, I'm sure? My husband, Glean cuisine is held in high esteem, and their daughter Rose. Red-haired one, allow me to get a look at you, if I may. I see. So it's you. Yeah, who are you? I am but an itinerant fortune teller, and so too are you, a nameless traveler for now. Just what will you accomplish here in these lands? Ah, such fascinating prospects. You're a fortune teller, tell me. I am but a nameless traveling fortune teller, and you, red-haired one, are most intriguing indeed. Oh, Adol! Going out for a bit? I'm glad I caught you. Our front desk received a letter with your name on it. Yeah, someone sent me mail already? I thought it was a little weird myself. You only wound up here because of an incident on the Adamus. My loop word I can read. And that was all pure coincidence. The letter is addressed to Adol Christensen. Adol tore the seal open. I'll be waiting at the town beach. That's all they wrote? No sender listed either. You don't suppose it's just a prank? I'm gonna go check it out. You will? Well, just don't bite off more than you can chew. Oh, right. If you'll excuse me, I have an errand that needs doing. Our tables could use fresh decorations. I'm off to pick some flowers outside of town. Is that safe? Because I heard there was monsters out there. Yes, it's right off a well-traveled road, so I'll be okay. You take care, Adol. I'm gonna have to rescue her. A short while before it's time to meet with the commander of the local militia. Now might be a good chance to head for the beach, like the letter instructed. I see blue dots. I gotta talk to the blue dots. My name is Flair Rawl, and I'm here in place of Dr. Asrad. Today, are you Dawson Evelise? Oh, he's drunk. Gotta get all the side quests. That I do. And I don't know, it's some kind of compulsion that if there's a marker on a map, I've gotta get the marker to go away. Because then I might be missing something. Booze. Yeah, I don't think a doctor's just gonna give you booze, man. Yeah, no, it is like that sucks. I hate when there's like a notification and you can't do anything to get rid of the notification. My word, that's quite an ordeal you're enduring. But while I understand your request, this is far too short notice. Make the necessary arrangements regardless. If you would, I must leave this town this very instant. Is it not your God-given duty as a priest of the Hieroglyph Church guide those lost lambs who have gone astray? Well, that certainly puts me in a bind. You've rather hit my weak point. Is my last. Having unfinished quests in my list grinds my gears. Yes! Are the never-ending quests? Yeah. Woman's in something of a predicament, it seems. She's being rather over hasty, though. Feel if only she would heed my words a tad more. Yeah, well, I've had an issue with you, mustachioed priest of the hieroglyphs. Yeah, I think I always like finishing off a town before you move on to the next town. When you end up in that quest, that just opens another quest, that opens another quest, that opens another quest. Sucks. How'd your guys' meeting go? We got just enough time to make it to today's negotiation. Oh, sorry, yawning. Main highways out due to that landslide. Early bird who gets the worm. Yeah, go enjoy that worm. Nom nom nom. Nope, no getting out of it now, kid. I'm not gonna read everything that all these people say. A lot of it's just either going to be useless or it's just to get rid of the blue marker. That's the truth. It's just to get rid of the blue marker. Eyes got a little distracted there. Oh, you're looking for someone. Oh, we're gonna work together, huh? If he makes muss, it'll put me in a fix. I don't think I can leave town yet.
Let's not go this way.
I don't think so. Whee! Bum, 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 bum. Hello, Norm. Men, he's a Norman trader. I might trade in other countries in addition to Ylvie. Ah, okay. Good luck, man. Yo, Doggy. I've been asking around about the throne and this little girl. Haven't had much luck so far, though. Be nice to rent a boat and scour around. These waters are completely under the Balta Sea Force control. Step on the wrong toes, and we might end up like Captain LaSalle. Yeah, I don't want to end up like the captain. I'm counting on you, ex-bandit. Goban did teach me a lot about how to be stealthy. And the fact that you can smash through walls with your head. That's an adventure without a challenge, right? Yeah, wrecking ball. And keep up the effort too, Adol. Women here in Karnak are too scared of us to come anywhere near the camp. I like talking to you, plus you have a blue dot on your head. If you didn't have a blue dot on your head, I wouldn't come over here and talk to you. So thank the blue dots. All praise the blue dots. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, you're no longer drunk. Good luck fishing on that, hangover. Man. Her. Are you my mystery pen pal? I'm going with that answer.
Didn't think you'd show up alone.
You didn't say
There's
nothing.
something I need to double check. You're probably full of questions, but I'm in no mood to explain.
Oh, so she's gonna beat me up. Got it.
Just think of this as us picking up where we left off yesterday.
You're just sour because I was winning. After you offed me once.
So you do know of it.
Yeah, the shell talked to me. Alright, enemies will perform a power attack after emitting a red warning aura. Note that power attacks cannot be defended against through regular guarding or evasions.
I won't hold back this time.
Gotcha! There! Gotcha!
In speed.
Gotcha!
At least this time I didn't lose.
Power of mana. How'd you get your hands on it?
This cute little seashell.
You didn't use it back on the Adamas. I could say that much.
Adol laid everything that had happened out for the raid captainess as plainly as he could.
Leela? Never heard of her. Mana, on the other hand, is my people's concept of a formless power. Imbued in a sword, it brings forth victory. Imbued in a vessel, it grants safe passage.
Okay.
Only those chosen by the All-Father Har are able to wield it. Out of the Sea Force, that list starts and ends with me and my old man.
Okay, so I'm a 1 in a million. Who's named Adol?
And just why should I tell a louse like you?
Because I got mine from a seashell. And I want to know what kind of shell you listen to.
Blood and thunder.
Oh, look. More puppy dogs.
Grieger.
Yeah,
Hardly.
they come around here?
Most times they skulk around out of sight. Put a Grieger down with just any old weapon, and it'll rise back up again and again, wounds fully healed.
Yeah, been there, done that.
Mana is the only thing that can slay him for good.
Oh, I guess
Well,
he was mad that I
aren't we
defeated him, and now
popular?
it's a whole pack. Okay. That moment, Adol and it was as though they knew exactly how the other one moved. Their intentions flowed effortlessly between them, conveying their every move without a word.
What was that just now?
I'm not quite sure because those words moved really fast across the screen. I'm fairly sure it's us being, duo moded. Hold R2 to enter duo mode, during which you can press X to perform joint attacks. Not attacking while in duo mode will place you in the duo guard stance, letting you automatically defend against enemy attacks.
What in hell did you just do to us?
Hi, my name is Adol Christensen, and when people become part of my life, weird stuff happens to us.
It couldn't be. Nothing like this has ever happened with me and my old man.
Your old man's name is not Adol.
At least now I have a good grasp on what I was sent to investigate. We're finished here. So long.
Yeah, will I see you again?
Huh? And why should that matter?
Because we're linked together, yo.
I'm a Norman. A pirate. One false move, and you might be my next kill.
Don't think so?
Can't handle that? Then pack your bags and see yourself out of Obelia Gulf.
I wish. But, you know, got a whole game to play first.
Son of a...
Oh. They're not just linked, they're chained together.
Handcuffs? Made of mana? You! What did you pull this time?
I didn't do it, you did. Yeah, that wasn't me either.
Guess not. This mana doesn't seem to be coming from either of us. It's stuck tight! Hey! Quit gawking and help! This spells trouble for us in more ways than you can count.
Yeah, it would be.
Either we get these off, or I'm sending you back with one less hand. Got that?
Imagine trying to explain this to Dogi. Adol and Karja then attempted to use their mana abilities to free themselves. Ultimately, however, the mysterious shackles refused to come off, leaving them at a loss on what to do next.
No luck. Might well be a curse of some kind. Hate to say it, but my old man's probably the only person we can turn to at this point.
Yeah, where is he?
Couldn't even begin to guess. What a mess. They call you Adol, right?
Yes.
We'll have to stick together for a while. Unless you fancy me lopping you off at the wrist.
I'd be happy to come with you.
Nothing phases you, does it? My name's Karja. Karja Balta.
Hello, Balta.
Daughter of
Karja
Grimson Balta, Jarl of the Balta Sea Force. Already put two and two together, eh? Well, no time to waste. I'm off to report in at the Balta Sea Force's command post.
It does explain why they were calling you Princess on
Silver
the
by
ship.
the harbor, so don't fall behind.
I'd fall behind if I wanted to. Karja has joined the party. Alright. Do, 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 do. Aww.
Hey, don't stray too far. You've taken enough tumbles for my liking. Wonder if Gunnar knows anything about this.
No one having to follow
Why
me.
me?
Pirate Prince is doing here? You're messing with the Balta Sea Force. Merciful heavens! Look, it's the Pirate Princess! Please forgive us. I don't know where our manners are. You get this often, huh? Into the territory in the bulk of Sea Force. What happened on the Adamus was nothing compared to what Karnak saw about a year ago. At the time, we wound up executing several rival pirates right in front of the town folks. They've acted like this towards me ever since. But enough of that. Let's hurry over to the command post. My chaperone will get on my case if we're late. I'd rather not deal with this any longer than I have to. Oh, you mean don't want to be locked together for longer than the game? Nars. Stopping by Karnak for the time being. Yes, I had several business meetings with the merchants in town. Heading back to the island soon to unload my inventory. Nice, okay. I'm rather busy yesterday, so I hope you find time to relax. Okay. Gotta hunt down all the little blue dots. Whoa.
Huh? Isn't the command post the other direction? Your wayfinding's a little off there.
Yes, it is, because we're not on the waves. Bit of a panic. Don't tell me they received a notice from Rom. No, I'm being paranoid. Just gotta focus on what I came here for. Hey, doggy. Is that girl who I think she is? I remember you from the Adamus. You must be Adol's friend. Huh? You're actually pretty well built now that I'm seeing you up close. So, any reason you're wandering around town together all buddy-buddy like? She just started hitting on me. Not a lie. She did hit on me with her axe. For real? Not even. You're just begging me to lop off that hand of yours, huh? What happened between these two? Not entirely sure what's going on here, but it doesn't seem like she means any harm. You'd better fill me in on the details later, though, Adol. Yeah, and she'll be there too.
Hey, Princess! Back already?
Who's your +1?
Iskanarin, I have a report to make.
Yeah, I'll go get him for you.
Not every day you see the princess bring in someone from the straight and narrow.
My name is Adol Christensen, and I don't follow the straight and narrow. I follow the adventure.
You her little boy toy now, or what?
Boy toy wrapped around her little finger. What hit this guy? You know it.
Wait, for real? Didn't realize you were her type. Actually, now that I think about it, wasn't that swordsman she threw down with on the Adamus also?
Me?
Hey, what are you whispering to him about?
Just making small talk.
The look of been caught.
I swear.
What seems to be the trouble, Princess?
Gunnar, how many times do I have to tell you to quit calling me that?
Oh? Who might this boy be?
He's the swordsman Gemstone told me to look into.
A request from the Jarl. Ah, now I remember. He was a passenger on the Adamas.
Elder relayed everything that occurred on the beach to Gunnar.
I see. So we have here not only a mana wielder, but a pair of mystical shackles. What's more, the latter has rendered you unable to separate from the former.
That better not be a smirk I see.
It most definitely is a smirk.
Not at all. This isn't humorous in the least. It is, however, exceptionally unusual. Only the Jarl can make the final call here. Unfortunately, he is currently out at sea on an expedition. We do not expect him back until tomorrow.
Yeah, 24
Tomorrow?
hours at least.
And just what am I supposed to do until then?
Live the life of Adol Christensen. I like the look of the blonde guy in the back. He's just like... yeah.
With all due respect, Princess, I must ask that you spend the remainder of your day here in Karnak.
What? But why?
It wouldn't do to have a non-shield brother accompanying us, for one thing.
True.
This may even be to your benefit from a certain perspective. What better chance to familiarize yourself with how those under our rule live and think?
Yep.
I
Which are
believe you're at
important.
an age now where such matters ought to be considered.
Fair.
Not to mention, it is possible for this turn of events to be grossly misconstrued.
In what way?
That we're together?
There are those who would be only too pleased to regard this as a scandalous affair on your part.
There we go. He said
We
it.
have no need to voluntarily provide them with issues to raise at the Thingstead.
Instead. I'm gonna assume that either somebody couldn't come up with a name or they decided that was really cool sounding.
All right already. I get the message.
Adol, was it? My apologies for giving you a fright on the Adamas. I am Gunnar, War Chief of the Baltus Sea Force.
Hey, Gunnar. Right, speaking to... Nice to properly meet you.
I'm recalling you correctly then. Your battles aboard the Adamas were very impressive.
Oh, thank you, sir.
No doubt you have many thoughts on the subject, but collaboration is a must if you want any hope of resolving this. We Normans have our ways, some of which may run counter to your own. Nevertheless, I would ask that you work in concert with her and us until we manage to set you two free.
Okay. Please understands. Who might argue with you?
Good. I appreciate the understanding. I will notify you as soon as the Jarl returns, Princess. Until then, travel with Adol and mind what he says.
I'm a babysitter.
Don't you have that backwards, Gunnar? Why are you so trusting of him anyway?
That you feel the need to ask is all the more reason to make use of this opportunity.
He just wants you to be humble.
The boy is, if nothing else, accustomed to travel. I expect he will be very accommodating. I had best return to my duties. Take care. I leave the rest to you, Adol.
And a smirk. He finds this so amusing. How Gunnar and the princess were acting, there must be something going on between you and them, huh? Not sure what the deal is. Not every day Gunnar shows a guy like you that sort of respect. Aw, thank you, sir. Freaking coolest or what? He's got brains, brawn, the whole package. Wish I could be half the man he is. Well, size-wise, you are about half the man he is. Neck-wise, Gunnar always gotta be such a hard ass anyways. Try following his example for once, Toki. Yeah, I know. I can't wait to get back to the Baltus Island. Spend the rest of my day in Karnak, eh? I'll admit, it's true I never had a chance to before. Turns out your crew has some good ideas. You referring to Gunnar? Hey, hold on. Why does it feel like you're talking down at me all of a sudden? The pirate princess! Get it. The two of us are moving as one for now. Anything on your agenda? Yeah, I promised to meet with the militia. Welcome, militia? How do you plan on lending them a hand? Did I not? Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to raise a fuss about it. Not that it matters. The way things stand, I gotta come with whether I like it or not. Eep. That guy actually eeped. Not only does the pirate princess stick out like a sore thumb, the sight of her frightens the town folks out of their wits. Maybe taking Kaja straight to the militia's headquarters isn't the best idea. Got a problem? Split it out. You need new clothes. Huh? What are you, daft in the head? So what if I fought a few wolves? Barely came out any dirtier for it. Besides, where could you even find a new outfit for me to change into? True enough, it's hard to think of someone who'd be willing to help out a Norman. Adol? You already stopped by at the militia? I'm just on my way back from a house call myself. Hey, aren't you that girl from the Adamas? It would seem the two of you are in a pinch. May I ask what the issue is? Adol told Dr. Flair about everything that had happened. It certainly didn't take long for you to get into the thick of things. That said, I do have someone in mind who might be of assistance. Would you mind introducing us? Not at all. In fact, you can come meet her this very minute if you'd like. Let us be off at once then, shall we? He's right over at the Asrad Clinic.